The storms of life is weighing you down, and circumstances make you feel like you can't go on no more. But through it all, I hear his voice say, be still, my child. Over every burden, be still. Over every mountain, be still. I am still in control of everything now. Would you be still, says the Lord. I know the way life troubles is weighing you down, and you feel like you can't go on no more. But through it all, I hear your voice say, be still, be still, be still, and know that I am Alpha, and know that I am Omega, and know that I am forever over your storm. Would you be still? Oh, would you be still, says the Lord? Would you be still in the midst of everything you're facing? Would you be still in the midst of all the storms that's coming against you now? Would you be still now? I know the pain that you're feeling, and I know the circumstances is going on around you. Seems so hard for you to bear, but be still, says the Lord. Be still, be still, be still. Be still in the midst of it. I'm still in control. Be still now. Did not plan that one until that video start off. Did not plan that one. Did not plan that one, and that song is not that song is not nobody's song. There's an original one come from the Lord, because sometimes I don't think it's just me. Like, I don't think it's just me that is feeling this way. I think sometimes the enemy does come to us so much, and if we aren't really like prepare and know that this is the enemy that is doing all of this, sometimes we might just give up. I'm not gonna lie, we might just give up, right? I tell you guys, sometimes I face certain difficulties, and if, like I told you all, I have certain gifts and I could, discern, my discernment is on, right? And sometimes certain things that I'm picking up, or whatever it is, and I'm asking the Lord, why is this happening and why is that happening? And sometimes he waits for a while because he wants to see. He waits with all of us for a while because he does not reveal what he's doing in that time. And because the Lord does these things to test sometimes our heart and our motives, right? Because something happened and this person just antagonize. They have like choking. And, I reached the point that it bubbled over, and I acted still angry, but I controlled my mouth, right? And after that happened, I asked the Lord something, and I began to talk to him, and I said, why it is that I'm able now? Because I noticed certain ways about myself, good ways about myself. I noticed the bad ones, but I noticed that reoccurring way about myself. And I said, why am I so forgiving? And why am I so, because I will forgive someone like that. You know, why am I so forgiving, and why am I unsincerely forgiving? Like, I sincerely forgive that. I sincerely let it go, and I ask him, I say, why am I so forgiving, and why am I so this, and why am I so that? And he revealed to me something, and he say, the Lord sometimes does certain things to us. And what he does, he tests us out with certain situations and certain people and certain things. And you might think it's a bad thing. But he said, just like when you're exercising and everything like that, when you're doing exercise, right? And when you're doing exercise and you're working out and you're building muscles, he said, is the more pressure and the more different kind of exercise, it produce different kind of muscles, and it produce different outcome. And the Lord say, in this time you might think, oh, all this is happening and all that is happening, and you're becoming stronger, you're becoming wiser, you are able now, because certain things it's not easy as before, but I'm able now to have a certain level of control when it comes to these things. And he said he allows certain things to happen. He allows certain people to come in and to lie. It's not something that is out of his control, so that we know, so that he can test what is in our heart, so we can see. So that when he wants us to see that we are stronger, he wants us to know that we are stronger than who we are, or he wants to show certain ways inside of us. He calls, someone once said this, and I had to repeat it, right? They say, when you get hot water and you pour it on, you pour the hot water on, like, a tea bag or something, and the hot water go on the tea bag, and when the hot water go on the tea bag, he say, it shows it everything that was in the tea bag come out of the tea bag, and if it wasn't in the tea bag, it would not have come out of it. And the Lord, sometimes he pour hot water on us, and he continue pour hot water on us, just like that tea bag, where he say, eventually, if you continue use pouring hot water on that tea bag and reusing that, right? I'm not saying when you use it like a tea bag, but it's just an example. You continue pouring water on that thing and reusing it. He said what happens is that eventually you're gonna see it come clean. You're not gonna see that gunk or wherever it is, that thing come out of it. So he say what happens when we pray prayers and we ask the Lord for certain things and certain ways to come out of it, he continually is like he purifies us. Remember, there's a different purification of fire and all these. He purifies continuously. I spoke about this also when I say he's making us immune. Who don't know the video, go and check out my videos. There's one where I was telling you when the Lord is making us immune to certain things, right? And he said, I continue pour this thing on you because I want to see what is inside of your heart. And until, he said, the more he pour it and the more he see, he said, okay, let me see. She still have a little bit of, or he still have a little bit of, and I'm talking to both male and females because my name has been slandered and say I'm this and I'm that. I'm a lady, right? So he said he continue pours water upon us, and he continue pour hot water upon us, or send us through affliction until the things, is like he's purifying us. The fire is purifying us until he see cleanness come out, until you no longer react the way how you would normally react. You no longer cuss that person out. Okay? You react still, but you no longer cuss that person out. You're able to react with control. So he said, continue pour it on us. And we think it's a bad thing that it's doing for us. But it did not come, like a lady that I know say, it did not come to destroy, but it comes to purify us. And he said, he done this until he can look at the water or the stuff that is coming out of his children's heart, until he can see clearness coming out of it, until he can see holiness coming out of it, until he can see righteousness coming out of it. So he allowed these things to happen. He sent the enemy and he said, look at my beloved, whoever your name is, right, in whom I'm well pleased, and I want to go and test and try your heart. The Lord said he tried the children of Israel when they were going to the promised land, and he tried them through with various tests like dry ground. When they see dry ground, if they would remember that the Lord that brought them out of Egypt and did all these great signs and these great wonders, call a hailstone to come down from above, slew Pharaoh's whole army, part the Red Seas, do all these great things. He's wondering, sometimes he do all of these things and then he put us out there and he tests us with certain things, so because he wants to see if we will remember that that same God that did all those mighty things, that he's capable of producing, if we are thirsty, watering the dry ground in the wilderness, if we are hungry, that he's able to produce food in the wilderness, that same God that same God that was doing all of those things, is he not capable of doing this also? Because sometimes we just see God as, he said, don't see him as a one thing God. This is why Moses just say I am, because you can't put a stopcock or ending his healer on God. He can do he's a multi-purpose God. He can do great things. So sometimes he sends us through some stuff because he wants to see what is inside. If we are the people that is going to forget how great he is and fall under pressures, and when we see life circumstances and the dry grounds, if we're gonna come to him and say, remember his greatness, and come to him and ask him for that thing being fixed, if we see, like the children of Israel, if we see famine, if we're gonna remember that he's the God that provides, and if we're gonna come, or if we're gonna be like them and complain, if we're gonna remember that same God that do all those great things, maybe he can fix our situation that we are currently facing. So sometimes he ran us through some stuff for that reason, right? This wasn't even the message I just began to sing, and this I did not plan this one. I just let me record when I'm singing this, because I felt like this song came from the Lord and it came up with a message, right? It wasn't the message itself. So I don't want to bring this one really long, so I'm going to end this one here. There's the first message. Look out, there is two more message. A warning, something that happened to me, and the Lord revealed to me that is happening to all of us, because he said what happened to one, the enemy attack one, he attack all of us, right? It's all of us. Come against one, come against all. So he revealed that to me, and so there's two more messages, right? The second one is a teaching one. But look out for the next messages. Guys, remember to share, like, and subscribe these messages, okay? Because in this time, the Lord don't want his children to be in anxiety, in fear, or don't understand what he's doing. Yes, sometimes he hides certain things from us until the time comes. But sometimes he wants us to know, so we wouldn't be frightened, and we wouldn't be wherever it is, and we will be strengthened to be able to face life circumstances and difficulties, right? So you guys, stay blessed, stay strong. Remember, like I always say, Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, loves us. It's not just something I say at the end of my every videos. I'm telling you that so you will know that he loves us, just the way we are with our sin and fault and everything. Right, and he's waiting with open arms to receive us back. So remember, he loves you, and I sincerely love you all as my brother and sister in the Lord. Okay, and I'm grateful for every support that every subscriber that subscribe, and every person that view the messages or wherever it is. If you don't know if I'm really from the Lord or what, and you're confused, you can talk to him, go to him in prayer, and he will reveal my character towards you. When it comes to me, I'm imperfect, but this heart inside my chest, I believe that is why he chose me for this work. It is really a sincere heart when it comes to the things of the Lord, right? So you guys, stay blessed, stay strong. Remember, Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, loves you, and I love you. Bye, guys. I'm gonna give you all a smile.